So we've got 3 different sizes when it comes to length. So let's see. So yeah, I think the longest is about 10 centimeters, 4 inches or so, and the smallest is about 3 inches. Welcome to a space where the world moves a little slower. From quiet morning walks to the scent of fresh bread and the rhythm of the needles. Let's find the beauty in the simple things together. Make yourself at home. Hi, good morning and happy Sunday. Today I thought I'd give you a little update of what I've been knitting recently, and I've actually completed 2 projects as well as the new project I just started on. So let me first show you this top I knitted for my daughter. It's basically knitted in 4 different panels. You sew them together on the shoulder and you do the ribbing around the waist. I'll show you a picture of what it's supposed to look like. So that is what it looks like from behind, and it's basically the same, the front and back. So she's very excited to be using that. And it wasn't a very difficult knit. It was a little bit of this diamond hole pattern, but it was quite enjoyable. And then also finished a jumper for someone as a gift. Let me see. There, this is a pattern from Garn Studio, Drops Design, and it's knitted in, I'm pretty sure, Drops Nepal. So that took a little bit. Don't know what you call these little spotted bits in English, but when it's just like one stitch in a separate colour, we call them loose. And so that took a bit when it's colour work. I'm really happy with it, so I really hope it fits the recipient. So that's the projects I finished just recently. And then I did start a new project for myself. Ooh, I'm knitting this in Drops Kid Silk and Drops Alpaca. So in this darker blue with a slightly lighter blue, it's coming up with a really nice colour here. That's going to be a cardigan for myself. Let's see if I can find. So it's basically going to be a whole pattern cardigan. So I'm really looking forward to wearing that. Once I finish that, I have a couple of other projects I need to finish. I have a cardigan for myself, which is actually the one on the front cover here. Slightly different colourway though. And I have to knit a new, or a couple new winter jumpers for the dog, because what she wore when we got her, when she was only like 10 weeks old, was now very, very small for her. So I'm going to make a couple of more jumpers for her that she'd wear in the winter. She doesn't mind wearing jumpers. She wears rain jackets, she wears a life vest when we go swimming with her. So that's not really a problem. And I was thinking, last year I made some Christmas presents for my colleagues. So I made these little hearts staying on the Christmas tree in different colours. So these are the 3 that I have left. So these are going to hang up on my Christmas tree. But I wanted to do something else for my colleagues, something small. I tried to make some crocheted snowflakes, but they're not really turning out the way I want them. So let me know if you got any other good ideas that I can make. And before I get on with a little bit of knitting, I wanted to show you I'm going to be starting a new yarn craft, new hobby in the fall. The local craft group has a course in nålbinding, and yeah, I wanted to try it, and it's a perfect opportunity. I think it's over a weekend only. So I'm going to need yarn that can felt, and I bought myself some needles that I can use. And they came in a little case. Let's see. Ooh, I think these are horn or bone. I'll double check where I bought them. So they're basically needles. Don't know if you can see that. with quite a thick eye. So we've got 3 different sizes when it comes to length. So let's see. So yeah, I think the longest is about 10 centimeters, 4 inches or so, and the smallest is about 3 inches. So that is going to be nice. I'll see if I can bring you along when I go to the craft group a little bit, and then also when I'm attempting nålbinding on my own at home. It's quite, as far as I know, it's quite an old craft, and something that I quite like to pick up. I want to try all the crafts and all the hobbies, but I find at least I have to limit myself to the yarn-based ones. So this should be quite good for making mittens and possibly socks or slippers. If you have any other ideas for what I can make for winter, I have kids who are 10 and 12 basically, and if there's anything else that you think would be useful for them for winter, they have plenty of hats and scarves and mittens, possibly need some new socks, but if you get any good patterns, let me know in the comments. And if there's anything else you'd like to see of my knitting that I've done in the past, let me know. I have all the baby knitting I did for the kids, as well as what my mother-in-law did for the kids. I got that put away, so that could be quite fun to go through and see which items I enjoyed knitting, which items I actually used, because some of them I really enjoyed knitting but I didn't actually use that much. Right, so I really need to get on with some knitting now, and because this pattern, it's very detailed, the pattern I'm doing now, and I find it very confusing when I first start this, because basically this are the diagrams that I'm following. So I have to follow it very carefully, and I always mark off with a pen whenever I finish a row, so when I pick it up again I'm not confused as to where I'm at. So that's one row completed. So now I'll go through the patterns or the diagrams here and mark off that I've completed. So what makes this a little bit extra complicated is that there's several, so they go like A1, A2, A3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. But there's 3 different versions of A1 depending on what size you're knitting, 3 different versions of A5 depending on what size you're knitting. And there's also, this is knitted top down, so there's also raglan increases. So I don't know if you can see, I got little stitch markers all along here. So I got one color, so I got pink, I don't know if you can see it. I got pink to mark where I'm doing the raglan increases, and I got blue to mark between each pattern or diagram repeat. So if I make a mistake, I won't know where I'm making a mistake. So when I'm knitting back on the purl row, I count between each stitch marker to make sure I have the right amount of stitches, because there's lots of yarn overs, there's lots of 2 together, there's raglan increases, so I need to make sure that every increase and decrease is where it's supposed to be. And to make this more complicated, there's also buttonholes going down on the right hand side here. So I made the first buttonhole, and then I need to make them every 8 centimeters or so. So it's about remembering that as well. And on the edges going down both sides on the front, there's an I-cord edge, which once you're used to it, is quite nice. I'll show you what that will look like. Let's see if you can see. See if I can show you in another short maybe how I do the I-cord edging. But this is a really nice project to work on. It's nice and soft yarn. And I don't normally wear wool jumpers in the summer, because even though I do live in Norway, it is quite hot here. We've had a bit of a heat wave a couple of weeks ago, and it was up to 30 degrees Celsius. But this will be a very nice jumper for me to wear to work in the fall and in winter, depending on the temperature. I have a lot of other woolen jumpers that I wear during the winter. But that was it from me for the moment. Hope you have a very, very nice week. Hope you get a lot of knitting and crafting done. Happy knitting!